Dude, before we get out of here, I do want to talk about the one thing that changed up while we've been away. There's now a new chart that Billboard is recognizing, the TikTok charts, that is just, I guess, views or analyzes all the TikTok sounds and the most viral ones. When the chart came out for the first time, I believe 2 weeks ago, Sexy Red song was number one, and rightly so, because, bro, every time I open my fucking TikTok app, it's just like, like it's just like right away. So your thoughts on like that even being a chart that now is going to get like, recognition?
I think it's cool and it makes sense to exist, but I think there's a nuance to it because, or there should be more context as far as what these streams really mean. Because, for instance, I might have a song and 5 seconds of it for some reason goes well with cat videos. Now you got a billion fucking cat videos with my song, but are people listening to my song because they like me in the song, or is it because they can make cute videos out of it? And as we know, there's a lot of videos that use songs just because it's some hot chick doing yoga. Maybe it's some like, I don't know, just trend that has absolutely nothing to do with the song, but the lyrics for some reason fit it.
Dude,
So
I
think
wonder
that's
also like how many people, let's cut you off, like how many people like us, dude, like think about how many we use a trending sound but have it on mute. Like, is that counting kind of a thing? Like,
good question. And I'm not sure, probably it counts. But even if it doesn't count, I know a lot of people that use trending songs because that's literally one of the strategies that most of these TikTok gurus say. Like cousin who has his sunglass business, everyone is using trending songs. I think we've done it in the past that have nothing to do with, like, we've never heard the full song, probably can't even recall the artist or any of it, and we're using it simply to get more views. So I think my issue with the chart is none of those listens, or sorry, a significant chunk of those listens are probably not people who are intentionally wanting to listen to that artist and think it's a good song. It's purely within the context of the content that's being created using the song.
I agree. So then do you think Billboard should have made this chart in the first place?
I mean, I think like it's still an accomplishment.
Like Grammys, it's almost like Billboard is like the, again, to use the phrase again, like the gatekeepers of what, like, a respectable thing is to like truly evaluate how good an album or a song is doing, right? So like your thoughts on like Billboard giving weight to what the TikTok sounds are of today?
I guess from a Billboard standpoint, probably no, just because I think that's almost like the holy grail of like, if the music is actually as impactful as it seems. But with TikTok, if people are using these songs, I guess it really matters on how it's being measured and what constitutes, an actual listen. Because if us putting it in our video on mute to go viral counts as a stream, then I think it's extremely misleading and gives weight to people who don't deserve the recognition in that way. And on top of that, I think would incentivize people just to make funny, weird ass music so that it goes viral. Like, that's not what art needs at this point in time.
Yeah, dude, I would agree with that too, man. And it's just like also like, it also makes you think like, so are those TikTok streams now being removed from like the previous Billboard numbers? So like, because I felt like those numbers were helping artists in the past go number one, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think there's more questions that still need to be answered by it. I mean, again, I respect it only because the only reason why I do respect it is because we can hate it or love it, dude, but TikTok is where most people go to get information now, right? So if that is the one or two platform and sounds are constantly being used throughout the day to promote other things, those sounds are the most popular songs in the country, in the world. So there has to be some weight there. You know what I mean? So I do respect giving it its own little or big, whatever, but giving it its own chart just to say, hey, listen, I'm more of like, yo, we respect your platform. Like, now how the things work, blah, blah, blah. We'll get into that and we'll evaluate this over time the same way they evaluated how they change, buying albums to streaming albums, all that stuff. But I think it does give more like, hey, TikTok, this is like a good look for you, that we respect that there's so much happening here that this has to be accounted for in a very different way to just show the world that, hey, this is a real way to promote your music.
Right. And to be fair, I think a lot of the top songs were popping off of TikTok before making it onto the charts. Like Doja Cat, for instance, doesn't need TikTok to chart. I'm sure her song would have been popular anyways. And then naturally on TikTok, people are going to use the song. So I don't think it's totally unfair or misleading.
I think the way it multiplies on TikTok is a shit that we've never seen before, right? Because even like going back to like when we were just like when there was only radio, bro, like yeah, there's a couple of songs you would hear it over and over again, but the over and over again was like what, maybe after an hour, maybe 45 minutes, it will be like, even that would be like, bro, they just played this an hour ago, what's going on?
Yeah,
bro, on TikTok you can't even go, yo, by the third video it's the song again, you know what I mean? So think about like the impact that has on someone, like, you know, now wants to go consume it even more, blah blah blah. So I think it's a different beast that we've just never seen before, as far as like how quickly it can multiply.
For sure. But yeah, I think it's a good look for the artists that are able to chart. I think we just need to remind artists that, you know, streams and TikTok plays and listens isn't the end of, you know, the story. Like you need to actually build a fan base that cares about you and your journey, because it's very easy to get someone to just check out a song and be like, yeah, that's dope. But for someone to listen to one song, check out the rest of your catalog, follow you, buy your merch, all that shit is far more difficult but far more beneficial in the long run.